start this, and he can join when he's done. New Showmatch, B rank players. ArtOfTurtle versus TousaN.
We've never had any of these players play for us before, right? Right?
This is their first time, yeah, participating in a show match. I don't know if we've had a player from Ash.
Dreamer.
Yeah. Oh, right, he is from Ash. Good memory, Jerry. Yeah, so we have. And we've had some players from DM. I thought Zerg would be a Terran player just based on his screen name. But I guess Zerg can turtle as well.
Are we winning? Wait, why is he sending out 2 drones? One's a scouting drone, one's an expansion. Yes. So good. I know this game so well now.
Yeah, but what about this third drone? Okay, he's turning back.
I think he rally pointed maybe?
So, I mean, Terran's build is kind of risky, right? If he had gone pool first. He'd be headed to his base sometime soon with like 6 Zerglings, right?
I don't know, man.
But I guess Terran feels confident he'd be able to defend. He is building depots behind the mini-map, in case anyone's wondering.
No one's wondering, man.
Marines are rally pointed to his ramp. And now he's going to figure out what Zerg is doing.
What is Zerg doing?
I think Fuji says this might be like a Muta build.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 hatches like that. And Terran's doing fast expansion. I think he's going to make a bunk just to be safe.
No, he's not.
No, just a depot. Well, makes sense. He doesn't see any Zerglings, right? Other than these 2 that just popped out. And that's just to kill the scout. If he can keep that SCV alive for some time, it's going to provide a lot of intelligence. And he's sending 2 more, 3 more Marines.
Oh, you think he's gonna do something fishy?
You know, it forces Zerg to make
More lanes?
defense, Zergling, something, right? So, let's see how much work they can get done. They're just like, fuck you, I'm gonna attack. They actually got one. And the SCV.
Yeah.
Alright. See, I would have probably made Zerglings. That was probably a good response. Goddamn, Terran keeps making shit behind the mini-map. It's the academy about to finish up. Bunch of Zerglings running out, bro. So
that is a lot of Zerglings. And
they have
bunker.
speed.
Now he's building a bunker, so yeah, that's just whatever.
He saw it with his SCV, right? And they are perfectly positioned behind. I feel like if he had taken out that SCV, but it might not matter. He just can't get to the bunker.
Bunker's down. Oh, he only got one Marine in there?
Fire bats are making, and they may save the day. I like how Zerg's not making any more Zerglings. I think he's just gonna drone up.
Oh, he's taking these fire bats. Oh, shit.
You notice the noise they make when they die? Oh. Let's burn.
Oh, these things did quite a bit of damage coming through there.
Yeah, it was totally worth it for him, I'd say.
Yeah, he didn't build anything else behind it, right? He just droned up, yeah.
He looked so protected too, behind his bunk. It was almost done, but Zerglings went around. A lot of drones, man.
Well,
31.
Yeah. He hard droned during that attack, man. That's what he did. There's no Zerglings after that, right? Like you said, there was just one group of Zerglings. That was it.
So this is good. He's moving out. Zerg already gets a sense of that. These two overlords are going to have to be careful.
They're the sunks. Sunks are being made.
You think 2 is too many, or it's just good?
2 seems good. I think
I guess if he had 1, he could run through, right?
Yeah, the third one is good. I like having the third one.
I don't know about that third one.
The third one is necessary, okay?
It's like 50 minerals for the drone. The colony's what, 75, and then you gotta add 50 to make a sunk.
But if it prevents you from dying, then it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like, come on, it doesn't matter, right?
Like, I think he's good though. They're low health. The fire bats are almost dead.
The problem is that he didn't know if he was sending reinforcements or if that group was just it. Do you know what I mean? Like, what if he stopped just outside the bridge and just masked up? Then having the third one would help.
Yeah, it's always going to come in handy later on, right? Down the road, those sunks are always going to come in handy.
Is it? Look at all these mutalisks, man. I think that's too many mutalisks. That's like 3 too many.
He's making turrets though, man. He's like, I know the timing. It's time for you to annoy me. Those are a lot of mutalisks.
Yeah, it's only 8, 9. Nice.
Nice micro. Sniped a few SCVs. We got a queen's nest making.
Oh.
Nice repair on the turret, but it's gonna go down. A hive is making.
He lost. Oh man. I don't know, man. He's gotta do more work.
A bunker might go down. Oh, he's got lurkers. I'm guessing the hive would be for Swarm. It's not looking good for Terran, even if he defends against this.
Oh, this is a good attack, man.
He's behind, right? He might just tap out.
Yeah, this is bad. Zerg is expanding behind this as well.
So I guess to your point, better safe than sorry. If he had gone that bunk up earlier, this might have been different. Because it really started with
that one Ling rush, right?
It set him behind for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so next map is going to be Circuit Breakers.
What circuit breakers? Actually. Fuck.
Well, this is cool. I notice if I spam some of the discords about us, people will join. Shit.
Okay, go.
Yeah, that's true about the MMRs.
We could only do what we could do, right? We're slowly working on it.
Hey, Dream.
Oh, is he in here? Oh no, he's in the game.
Yeah, most people have no idea how our matchmaking process is done. It's pretty primitive, time consuming.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hi.
Hey, Dream.
Did you make food?
Phase.
Yeah, still, it's in the oven.
What are you making? Is it fish?
No, just it's like the it's like orange chicken from Costco and rice and some broccoli.
Oh,
Nice.
good. Broccoli is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if the oven timer goes off, I'm gonna be running back to it.
Yeah,
and
sure.
you guys can be on your own.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
What's more important, man?
Who
Get
needs
your
to
priorities
eat?
straight.
Let him fucking
Yeah.
eat, bro. God. Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
StarCraft is food.
No. I can say something. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's
Not
a
appropriate.
stretch, Ox. That's a stretch. That was very artful though, and deep. But I think that's the stretch.
Oh man.
We're just having a good time.
That's the whole idea, man. Saturday night, we got some StarCraft going. You'll be back to do the FFA though, right? Like the last match.
Oh yeah, when are we doing that? It's the last match tonight?
It's probably
So
gonna be the last
excited
match.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
We need
Yeah.
like decent casting for that. It's gonna be I sense it's gonna be a gong show, but whatever, man. Everyone's
Some of the players afterwards were like, "What the fuck just happened?" Did you see the chat? Suzuki was like, "What do you think?" Like, they were all kind of like
they're
weirded out
traumatized.
because there's 5 players. I think if there's 2 or 3, well, I mean at least 3.
So are we hyping it up right now, or are we hyping it down right now?
I don't know. We're just hype. It's just hype. I don't
It's
know
just
whether
hype?
it's just hype.
No, it's not even hype. I think it's just question mark, question mark, question mark. That's what it is.
All right. So if you want to stick around for the next couple hours, grab a seat, grab some food. We're gonna have a treat tonight.
They're all S-rank players, man, and they're all from Euro. Suzuki was one of the best foreigners, if not the best. DeVault is in there.
Yeah.
Kame, Grindboss, Dreamer.
Yeah, these guys are no joke. They're
Yeah.
in our show matches where we featured them. I think they're probably the top like 5 to 10 foreigners that we featured. So I don't know if you guys. I missed the first game. Do you guys talk about like who these players are? Do you have any history on them, or is it just like kind of they just said they're A ranks?
This is a B rank.
Oh, B rank.
Show match. Is that right, Jerry? Yeah, I think it's a B rank. We haven't shown our A rank. So we had an F rank. This should be the B rank, and then we got an A rank after this.
It's a gas steal.
Yeah. A Heron gas steal. That's not too common. That's not too common.
Against the Zerg, really?
I don't know, because usually the Zergs.
Oh, he just grabbed the other one.
I hope he kind of finishes off a little bit more, so it takes longer to kill it, because it does provide intel too, right, in the base.
Right. Right.
As long as you stop building it before it's complete.
Right.
But maybe that's not important.
Oh, even Terran's gone for the early expansion as well. They're both feeling pretty confident.
Turtle's gas is going to be pretty late here. He's got 3 drones on gas at his natural now.
Does he need both of them?
At this stage of the game, probably not. But he'll definitely need gas. He'll definitely want 2 gases for.
It looks like he wants to do that, yeah.
Yeah, for when he goes to lair tech. But like, look at it. He doesn't have lair yet. Like, TousaN knows exactly when, lair or ling speed is gonna be up.
This is the same build from last game, I'm guessing.
Oh, it is. Nice.
I'm not sure. I think they're both doing kind of the same thing. Is that right, Jerry?
I don't know. You think I pay attention to these sort of things?
It looks like it, and the difference is Terran is being a little bit more careful. He's got his bunk up earlier.
It's so interesting, right? Like, I didn't watch the last game. Well, I did see a bunch of lings running by last game, but
those lings killed him.
Yeah, I think he's like being overly cautious this game because he has a good scout going on. He knows that there's no way Turtle could have that many Zerglings, and they certainly won't be Speedlings early on. So he had this bunker and supply he put up, I think, a good minute before he needed it. Like, even now, the Zerglings.
I think it's better safe than sorry.
That's true.
Because they're really close, and if he does get speed, he'd be at his base really fast. He was in a good place last game. I think he just needed that bunk up earlier, and it might have been
he brought out
a little different.
SCVs for the block.
Yeah, why not?
Interesting, yeah.
He's
being really paranoid this game.
Yeah.
So we see a Hydralist then from Turtle, and no Spire yet. It needs to go in immediate per lurker upgrade.
Yeah, that's what he did last game too.
Oh yeah, nice.
But he did end up putting down a Spire for Scourge. For Scourge.
Yeah. I think TousaN's totally fine this game, right?
Well, he's got 4 barracks, so. No, I don't think. I think he's not doing well. I think he's freaking out. He's thinking, "Oh shit, I turtled up. I shouldn't have turtled up. I need to build more shit. I'm putting down more barracks." I think that's what's going through his mind right now. Because he was paranoid at the beginning and nothing happened. You see. So then now he's all like, "Oh shit." I don't know. I'm just saying words, man.
I mean, that's definitely part of what goes on in your mind.
Right?
But...
Yeah. That's what would be going through my mind. I'll be like, shit, Zerg hasn't attacked me. That means they're droned up, which means I'm behind. I gotta fucking mess up so I can move out. That's what I would be thinking. Exactly what I'd be thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of droning up, this is a lot of drones from Turtle. He's got 30 drones, and TousaN only has 29, so his macro is going off on all cylinders right now.
Zerg's supposed to get like a 3rd base around this time, though, right? Or
and
bottom left.
Bottom left, yeah, he's got one coming up.
There we go.
And did you guys see where TousaN scanned just now? Yeah, did he catch the lurkers? I'm curious. Did he catch lurker tech?
No. No, he didn't.
Okay, so he could get caught. You could get surprised here. Yeah, so he sees it. He sees it. This scan sees it for sure.
Well, if not, then that one Marine did for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's probably wondering where.
That Marine's freaking out right now.
Well, he doesn't have like anything, right? Yeah, like.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything at his front base.
Yeah.
Front of his base though.
Turtle went around the long way.
This is not good.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Does he have
Oh,
scan?
no.
Yeah, he has energy for scan. He could do this.
But this is a lot of lurkers.
Oh, he's getting. Oh, he got flanked
Yeah.
by the Zerglings. Oh shit!
I mean, his Marines will be able to take care of
To
these
the-
Zerglings.
yeah.
He
but-
had a really good setup, just unlucky in that few seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, the thing
losing
is that
control of your ramp against lurkers is so sad as a Terran. Oh, look at
he's
this.
building.
The
see-
timing of that lurker push.
Oh no! Oh no! There goes the SCVs. There goes the Marines.
Yeah. I don't know
There
why.
goes the GG.
He was in such a good place too, but he just got unlucky
It's because
there.
he didn't have detection, man. He had the engineering bay up for a long time too. He could have had like a turret
Yeah.
on the ramp or something, right? That would have totally saved the whole situation. I think.
Yeah, no, this is.
Back in
The
the
thing
day,
that-
what you would say is, "You fucking map hacker, you fucking map hacker." Everybody would blame everything on map hack. We've become more civilized now, I think.
All right. Let's let Prima run his ad.
Yes. Well, I need to, like I was saying earlier, I use the ads to help give me time to change the overlays and set up everything.
Yes, perfect.
Because if I don't do that, then it actually... I'm planning to upgrade my computer. I bought my parts already. And I should put it together in the next, like 4 or 5 days or something when they come in. And then I wouldn't have, like, issues with, like, drop frame rates and all that stuff. Like, my processor actually cannot handle, like, high-quality streaming right now.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really...
I have not noticed any issues.
I get it, dude. I see it. I get
Oh,
I
okay.
get like the alerts from my Twitch studio telling me that I'm there are some streams where I'm doing a bunch of stuff in the background, like changing overlays or checking chat or Discord and all that stuff, and it's like taxing my processor. My processor's
see.
like 8 years old, dude. Like
Uh,
yeah, so I just dropped like, you know, quite a bit of money, get a new motherboard, new processor, more RAM,
Yeah.
all the stuff, right?
Stuff's not cheap.
Well, it's not the first time. I was due for an upgrade. I think the only thing I did recently was get a new graphics card. My graphics card is better than the rest of my system. That's part of the problem. My graphics card could capture at like, you know, 60 frames and 720, but my processor can't handle that, so it's kind of like shit. And I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to like do something about it. So I figured, oh, you know. Says I'm
All
doing
right.
it
So pro tip for you guys playing Terran versus Zerg: when you see a Hydralisk, Ben, and no Spire, you have to know where their lurkers are at. You have to know where their army is, so you don't get caught with your pants down.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, especially if you're moving your army across the map. What you
if-
gotta do is you gotta send an SCV out, a scouting SCV out to the other place that your army isn't. So like on circuit breakers, it's like to that third, split gas area, or on a fighting spirit, it would be to that high ground expansion. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. And 1 or 2 SCVs could have made a huge difference because his economy was perfect. His macro was on point.
Yeah. And it's so, this is where like why a lot of Terrans say, rage and say the other race is so easy, because like he did everything right, but then he did one thing wrong. And it's, that cost him the whole game.
And it's figuring out what that wrong thing is and learning from it, and then consistently applying that knowledge each game, which is very difficult because you might actually forget sometimes.
Right.
To do that systematically every single game.
Yeah. Because if as a Terran against Lurker, you're able to not get contained early by those Lurkers, you are so ahead. So ahead. Because Lurkers.
When I was
just
watching
aren't
the special interview, he said kind of something interesting with Tasteless. Like when you train on ladder, you could be training doing different things. So if you're just training to improve your mechanics,
right,
you really care about the strategy and micro and stuff. It's just, are you making your depots on time? Are you making units? You know what I mean? Expanding.
Right.
And then there's some games you just be focusing on strategy, like some of the things that you're talking about.
Right.
And I guess the best players in the world are just able to do all of that consistently every single game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off while you were saying something.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying anything. Yeah, I was done with my thought.
I wonder if we're going to see the same build from them as last game.
Well, one thing's for sure. TousaN didn't get off his gas deal like last game. Instead, he's got a Manor eBay at Turtle's natural. That's very annoying too.
I hope he goes back and sort of completes the construction a bit more. That looks like what he's doing.
Yeah.
Go back. No.
Ooh, he's gonna continue stopping this hatchery. That's so annoying.
And I wonder what's more important there, blocking that or saving that SCV to scout the main. What do you think?
That's a good question. I think he probably has a reasonable idea of what, Turtle has up his sleeve. He saw the 6 Zerglings come down the ramp, so he knows that timing. I think he saw the early gas, so he knows it's going to be really fast tech. So he just has to prepare against those, the possible outcomes, right? See, so he's prepared by bringing SCVs to his ramp to block it off, so the Zerglings can't get to his Marines. And he's made some adjustments, right? Like he has his command center building at his base instead of down on the low ground.
Right.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to see a really quick spire from Turtle this game. It's going to be like a 1 gas spire build, because his natural hatchery is still not up yet. So I think, I'm liking how this early game has turned out for TousaN so far. He'll have his natural up. He has enough Marines to, defend against these Zerglings. And the hatchery was so late that you can't really possibly build all that many Zerglings. You can't possibly have that many Zerglings at this point. Yeah, he's even building this bunker on the low ground for some extra defense. So he's playing super safe here. Now getting an enduring bay. The academy's almost done. So yeah, once he gets this academy and 2 comp sets, he'll be able to see exactly what Turtle's doing, and he'll probably be feeling just fine. So Turtle, this Mutalisk is really early, and it's before TousaN has any Turtle turrets up. But I think he'll be okay, just because he's only had it's not gonna be that many Mutalisks. I'm counting Larva, and it's gonna be 5 Mutalisks initially, just because he didn't have enough gas to build more.
Right. I like the pressure he's keeping up on Terran.
Yeah.
This is distracting him a bit, so the mutas, I think, can sneak into the main and do a little bit damage.
Right, so he just scanned the Mutalisks, so he knows it's coming. Now he sees it in his base. He might be a little surprised at how fast they are. Oh, he's ignoring them. Oh, this is interesting. He's going out on the map. I think he's trying to force Turtle to go back and defend his main, or his natural and his main.
And it looks like that might work.
That's kind of cool. So he bought some time there. And now he's got turrets up.
That was risky, man, because that could have been his main.
And look at this. He scanned the natural and saw that nothing was up.
Perfect timing. Got the sunk out.
Right.
Oh, he needs that medic, though. He lost one.
Yeah, he does.
He's going to lose.
this isn't all that many Mutalisks, and I don't think TousaN knows how few Mutalisks this is. His Marine Medic could have totally taken that on.
He was talking the Overlord, almost killed it. I don't know if that attack was worth it though.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting it, I really don't know.
Alright, Ox, you're on your own for a few minutes.
Like,
I gotta hop up.
was it worth it? Could he have saved his base with the Marines he had? He could have, right? He had a bunch of Marines. Medics. So now we're kind of back to where we were, but Terran should be able to stop this better because he's got more turrets up. Ten Mutalisks. Just really annoying the shit out of Terran. Alright, so Terran is just going to attack again. Those Marines are all low HP. He's going to run into the main. See, when they stim, they're pretty quick, right? But they leave behind the medic. The drones did peace out. And I think all the Marines are going to die. I mean, if anything, it just allowed him to build more turrets, I guess. Well, that's not looking too bad for Zerg. Nothing in that bunker. All the Marines are gonna die that come out. Terran's got a lot of minerals, you know? Zerg doesn't have anything else right now. Just making drones. It's made a hatchery in the bottom right. It might not look good for Terran, but I guess he would be ahead in this case. He's got his expansion, got a bunch of defense. Hasn't upgraded his Marines yet. Making some more barracks. Got a Hydralisk den making. If you click on the metas, man, like they have like 7-8 kills each of them. These mutas have seen some shit, man. They're traumatized. They're like, please kill me. I've seen so much. Most annoying mutas ever. Well, Zerg, I think certainly could be expanding a little bit more. Am I wrong? I mean, he does have that one in the bottom right. He's mining gas, but I feel like he's had a lot of time. And he could have maybe made another hatchery somewhere. Maybe at 12. His lurk tech should be almost done. He could just sort of like, I don't know, borrow in front of his natural. It might be too late now. Terran looks like he's going to move out. A lot of Marines pumping out. Two Zerglings are going to spot the Marines. So we got 7 lurkers making. See if he sends 2 lurkers to his second expansion to borrow at the ramp. Maybe not. Moving out with his lurkers. It's kind of cool, like the different places you can go on this map. Got 6 lurkers there, 2 lurkers at his natural. Nothing really defending his expansion at the bottom right. I think Terran is waiting for a vessel. His comsats have full energy. Who's gonna win this? Who's ahead right now? Hive is almost done. 2 creep colonies being made in Zerg's main. I think he's worried about drops. Terran's got a lot of minerals, man. I think he could just queue up his Marines and his barracks. Make another command center, maybe? Keep making depots. Ooh. So that's not, I don't know. Defiler mount is gonna complete soon. I love these medics that are leading the way. I don't see anything here. Okay, the lurkers are being borrowed behind Terran's natural. And Terran is just going to push. I mean, the tank is going to help his expansion. Consume is not quite finished yet. It's halfway done. So Zerg is going to have to buy some time. In the meantime, he's going to lose his natural. The lurkers at Terran's natural are more or less gone. I mean, I think it's looking good for Terran. It's got +1 upgrades. A lot of minerals. He's not really mining any gas from his natural. And now it looks like Zerg is going to lose his second expansion. I'm not sure why the Sunkens were made there and not near the ramp. These Zerglings are gonna die. Could have probably canceled those. Three defilers. 4 defilers. I mean, Terran has double the supply of Zerg. He is going to kill these Marines at his second expansion. But, you know, he's running off 1 base. First expansion just finished. And Terran's just gonna move out, man. He's had enough of this bullshit. He's gonna try to finish the game. Zerg is trying to counter, but you know, the Zerglings aren't gonna do much.
Alright, we're back from saving dinner.
And there's a drop in Zerg's main as well.
What did I miss? Looks like we're still in the same game.
Yeah, we are.
Nice.
Zerg was leading, I think.
Oh, I just made it just in time for the GG.
But
Nice.
I don't think he knew quite how to take advantage of his advantage.
Really? Okay, so when I was looking at the game, when I left, it seemed like Terran was in a great position, actually. So I'm wondering how Zerg came back from that.
Zerg had like this crazy meter harass, like fucked up Terran so bad. Like so bad.
Was he? I think Dream was there during when that happened, and then Terran had countered, right?
Yeah,
And then that happened twice.
Yeah, but then
Yep.
he came back with more mutas, right? He stopped the
Yeah.
the attack and then came back with more mutas, and Terran had nothing. So the mutas had free reign until enough turrets got brought up, right? Like he lost the barracks.
He basically had like 5-6 minutes where Terran couldn't do anything.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what he should have done. He
And
did
then-
take that
yeah.
expansion in the bottom right, but maybe expand more.
And then he threw away like 8 lurkers trying to like it was just really bad, like really bad. Like there was
Yeah, he sent them to his natural, and they got sniped by the tank.
not just no, there was like detection already there. There was a tank there, and he just burrowed and tried to kill a bunch of SCVs, and I don't think he got them.
Yeah.
And he just lost 8 lurkers for that, like for nothing, almost nothing.
Yeah,
Almost had a shutout, 3-0, but
I think at the B rank, it's sometimes the mechanics aren't fully there, but I think that's people. There are things for everybody to work on,
Wait, how did your dinner turn out? Did it blow up?
No, it didn't blow up, but I just had to take it out from the oven and take it off the stove.
Was it yummy? Did you eat?
No, I didn't eat yet. I just
Served
served it.
Oh, you just
That's all.
served it. Oh.
Yeah. I'm not hungry yet, so I'll probably get some food in like half an hour to an hour or so. So I can spend some time with you guys right now.
Excellent.
That's right.
Oh look.
Banana's in the house now. Banana, you want to hop on Discord? Actually, Banana's not even watching, huh?
he used to cast, and then he stopped coming because he's turned into a StarCraft 2 star now.
Oh, why is he playing StarCraft 2? He's got so much potential. He had that one game against Artosis where Artosis said...
He's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's just too bad. Fucking terrible.
Round 4, 2-1 for Art of Turtle.
Oh, the lag strikes again. 2-1 for Art of Turtle. Nice. So, what are you guys expecting out of this game?
Terran's gonna win.
Terran's gonna win and take it 2-2?
Yeah.
Take it to 2-2?
Yeah, he's gonna make it into a series.
5?
Yeah.
I hope that wasn't an actual spoiler and that was just you making a prediction.
I'm making a prediction. I don't
Okay,
know.
great.
No, nobody knows the results but me.
Yeah.
All right.
And sometimes I don't because spoilers are created, but I usually do.
Yeah.
If you want, I can tell you.
No, it's okay. Let's keep
You
it.
just ruin the fucking thing for everybody else.
So this map is what, match point?
Yes.
That's correct.
Right.
They haven't been playing risky, right? Haven't seen a rush. Proxy.
Yeah, no 8 racks out on the map. We have a early pool from Zerg this game. He's at 10 out of 9 supply, doing that extractor trick. For those of you who don't know this game, you can actually get go over your supply as Zerg by building a building and then building a drone and then canceling that building, and you get that extra drone for a little bit. That's what he's doing here. And our Terran hero looks like he's content to maybe just do a 1 racks expand.
This is kind of a rush from Zerg, though, right? I'm kind of wrong. I don't think this is a standard play by Zerg.
I think it's one of the standard builds. I think 9 pool lings does
And then
go
expansion?
into an expansion, does go into a 2-hatch meta build.
I guess the Lings help, destroy the engineering bay.
Yeah, but the lings are really there to just put on early pressure, I'd say. Kind of give the Zerg early map control. Building that eBay there is cute, definitely, and it delays the hatchery, which
Right.
is very annoying. Oh, okay, so TousaN is getting a second barracks, so he is going to play ultra safe, and it looks like he wants to maybe do a temporary wall on his choke. Oh no, he's just bringing an SCV group to his entrance, and
Paranoia.
it is a bit of paranoia, but he sent this other scout out now, and he sees that Turtle has not built any more lings, and his lings are still at his base. So this is a little unusual. I would expect the Zerglings to be out on the map applying pressure. Despite that, TousaN is being very, very conservative in his play, and he is keeping his SCVs at his choke point. Yeah, so I think TousaN is just going to be content playing one base against early on in this game. So this is kind of interesting. It's both players are on pretty much one base right now. Zerg is getting a Hydra Den. He's not built a lair. I mean, this almost looks like, and he's getting Hydra speed right now. So it's kind of looking like he wants to do a Hydra rush early on, which we don't normally see. And I don't think that's going to work against Marine Medic.
I wonder if he could just sort of move out with his Marines and even sort of fake an attack.
Yeah.
To force Zerg to make sunks, Zerglings, and he could just sort of chill in front of his natural.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, here he goes. This might not be a fake attack. I think now that he has fire bats, he feels a little safer moving out.
Right.
Let's
see what he scanned. He scanned the Hydra Den, and he sees Hydralisks coming out. So that could either mean one of two things. One, it could mean that it's going to be an early lurker rush, but I don't think he thinks it's an early lurker rush because he knows that Turtle got a pretty late gas.
He sees that third hatchery, the creep at least.
Right.
He doesn't know. I don't think he knows if there's a lair or not.
Yeah, so it's got to be either a lurker rush or a Hydra rush. Right now it's the latter. But I think this Marine Medic and Firebat army can handle this.
Very powerful. I don't have much confidence in Lings and Hydralisks. Although he does have quite a few Lings and Hydras, right?
He does. See, he sees Hydra speed. He sees that army with Hydra speed, right? So he knows exactly what's coming.
He's moving out, and he's moving in.
Right, he's going back to his choke to play safe.
And he's using his fire bats to scout. There's one in the upper center of the map.
You know, he's playing so safe. I mean, like, I don't know if he has to play this safe. This army can just take this.
I think experience tells him better safe than sorry.
Yeah, if this attack doesn't work, then Zerg has... Okay, he's starting to go into Plan B mode. He's building a lair. And he rallied 8 drones across the map.
Yeah.
So he's bringing them back. Wow, he just went into a crazy...
I think knowing that your opponent is playing so safe, that probably can give you some relief, knowing you could probably expand, get away with it.
Okay, so he just scanned twice, so he sees that Zerg has just droned up a bunch. If I were him, I would move out right now. He's got a tank too. Yeah, he knows he can handle this, no problem. If he just goes and A moves into Zerg's base, there's nothing that Zerg can build between now and when those Marines get there that can handle this. Other than 5 Sunkets.
Starport going down. Still no command center being made.
You know, I love one base Terran.
I love one base strategies overall.
Yeah, it's so... It
I
just
mean,
harkens back to, like, you know...
This is what distinguishes StarCraft 1 from StarCraft 2 for sure.
Right.
You can't one base on StarCraft 2 for long.
Yeah.
Whereas you can do that in StarCraft 1. Now, might be at your expense that you're doing that, but I think it still, gives you some decent builds and strategies to work with. And if your opponent isn't careful, you can catch them off guard. Protosses die to one base Terrans pretty easily when they expand, right?
Yeah, there's some pretty aggressive one base Terran pushes. Like
I love those. I don't play Terran, but I just love them,
Yeah.
2 or 3 factories and push out.
The TousaN has to be careful not to dilly-dally too long, because if you look at this, Turtle already has lurkers on the way. So he took those leftover Hydralisks from earlier and made 6 lurkers, which should be able to fend this army off now. And I don't think he has enough scans to really continuously push into this. I see that TousaN is making a science facility, so he will have vessels soon. Okay, so he's setting up his siege now. Oh, and this is a fight. He's gonna try to run into his army, and I'm not sure if I really like that control. I feel like Terran could have, taken some more pot shots at those lurkers before he ran away.
Right. At least he just lost the tank and not his whole Marine army.
Right. Yeah. But I do think there was a missed opportunity where he could have picked off 1 or 2 lurkers there.
Good macro by Zerg. All of a sudden, I saw a bunch of units appear, man.
Yeah.
Good number of lurkers. Now Terran's got to figure out what he's doing with his group there, because if Zerg counters...
Yeah, the Terran is getting close to being all-in at this point on this one base play. So he's making a stand at the high ground. I like that. But he doesn't have a scan. And he loses the tank. So now he can't fight these lurker head-on. He has to just fight backwards. There's a Marine that's going to find this 6 o'clock base. Okay, so Terran does have his command center up now, so he's securing his natural. So it's not as all-in as I was saying earlier.
I think he's going to try to take out that 6 o'clock base with his...
Yeah, he's streaming down to it.
And so are the lurkers.
Yeah, and so are the medics that are holding hands with the lurkers as they come down.
The medics are like, oh my god.
And I think he should be able to get this hatchery. Yeah, he should be able to get this hatchery, no problem.
Is it worth it?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah. Maybe 400 or 500 minerals worth of Marines there.
So now the next thing he has to worry about is how to get these Marines out, because he knows that he probably has lurkers waiting for him outside of this choke point. And the other thing that he has to worry about is how to defend against those lurkers that are coming.
See a dropship?
Throws up a bunker. There's 2 siege tanks in siege mode there. I think he can just barely hold this.
Oh, this dropship might get targeted or not. Zerg should see it.
Oh, I don't know if he's gonna be able to hold this. Lurkers run by.
Nice matrix on the tank.
Yeah, this matrix will, let this tank live for so much longer. Tanks are taking lots of pot shots at the lurkers.
Should be repairing that tank right now.
But there's only 2 lurkers left. And the SCVs are coming in.
Here's the dropship. It's about to unload or not.
Yeah.
The nice thing is he's got that group of Marines there that he could load up and unload.
Right.
But
so TousaN barely holds this attack. He does this thing with his Marine medic where I really wish he would do some more kiting with his Marine medic instead of just running as soon as he sees the lurkers come at him. Turtle's got high tech now. He's got an Ultralisk Cavern and a Spire coming along the way. I'm not sure if he has enough gas to support, Ultralisks though. Because, Marine Medic and Tank on 2 base can definitely handle Ultralisks. Like a 2 base Ultralisk or 2 gas Ultralisk.
How many can he make? 1 or 2?
Yeah, and he's gotta, get the Ultralisk upgrades as well, and those are really expensive. Yeah, so TousaN is doing the thing in the mid game where he's just trying to scout for that 3rd gas so that he can deny it.
Yeah, I think Zerg is overextending himself tech-wise. Fire, Ultralisk. I wonder if he's better served just making mass Zerglings, Lurkers. Maybe a queen or 2?
Yeah. One thing I don't think, Turtle notices is that it's natural. He only has 2 drones on gas. So he's actually mining a little slower than he should be.
Alright, so I'm guessing they pause and that's the chat afterwards.
The Turtle's playing real safe. He went out on the map, looked for a 3rd gas, didn't find it, and just turned right back around. He has 3 bunkers at his main. I think he's been burned several times this game by these counterattacks from Turtle.
Another dropship being loaded.
It's so interesting because his tag is ArtOfTurtle. But we haven't seen him doing much turtling this game. He's been quite on the offensive.
It'd be funny if he just has an affinity for, like, turtles.
Oh yeah, it's not actually the strategy, but just animal.
Nothing to do with defense.
Yeah.
Good number of lings, Hydras.
Oh, look at this attack. This is a formidable attack right here.
But, it's a narrow space that he has to kind of...
It is, and he's got 3 bunkers, so let's see if this is going to hold.
I think this is a death trap here.
Yeah, and 4 tanks sieged up. He throws all his units there. And I don't think he can break through. Those bunkers are too strong. And he's lost all his Ultralisks.
Yeah, I wonder if he should have just scouted that with 1 ling. And even if he sort of thought he could win that, after you lose a few units, you kind of have to be able to assess and be like, there's no way I'm going to win this. I should back off and save it.
TousaN's going like, let me show you the real ArtOfTurtle. Because that was a great turtle tactic, if I've ever seen one. He sat there behind 3 bunkers, waiting for his opponent to attack in.
I mean, Terrence, he's playing pretty safely and defensively. He's only been out on the map once, I believe. So Zerg, I think he could have expanded like everywhere, right?
Yeah, I think he could have, yeah.
When I play like Terran against a Zerg, they fucking like take over the whole map. And my whole game is spent trying to kill 1 expansion by 1 expansion. It's like, oh, I lost. Because they read me so well,
Yeah.
Everything you do in the beginning of the game, it gives your opponent a sense of like what type of match to expect. And if you're not probing constantly, I think they do get that sense that, okay, well, I can just have total map control. And even if you move out, I'll have the whole map, and then I can probably save my bases.
Yeah.
So here is an attack on Zerg's second expansion, but Zerg is going to counter.
And does he have units in these bunkers? He does have units in these bunkers, so I don't think this counter is going to be able to... We're going to see a deja vu from that last...
One bunker is empty, 2 of them are full. Not bad counter here.
Oh yeah, this is doing way more damage than that previous one. And he just... I guess he just didn't have enough Marines and Medic to... You know,
the Ultralisk kind of absorbed the hits, and then the Zerglings came in. But, you know, I'm not sure if Zerg has enough units to hold this attack.
Yeah, I totally missed that. That is a lot of tanks that are sieged up in his natural. But, you know, he's the one to be careful. Terran has to be careful because he doesn't have any minerals in his main. So if he doesn't, like, if he doesn't get his natural back under control, he won't be able to build any units. His siege at the Zerg's natural is going just fine right now.
Good number of tanks there.
Exactly. Still has so many tanks. So yeah, this is neck and neck. Actually, I want to say I feel like Terran's an advantage right now.
Definitely.
He's defended his main, right? And he's starting to build up a sizable army here that can handle a single Ultralisk and 2 Zerglings. But
I mean, Zerg's just trapped, and he doesn't have any units.
Exactly. I don't see anything that can deal with 6 tanks. His tech isn't there either. I bet he's wishing he had this 3rd drone on gas so he'd have more, you know, high-tech units coming to defend this.
No upgrades on the Marines or tanks. I think he could have afforded to get some upgrades.
Yeah, TousaN is securing his natural again. And he's got 3 tanks, 4 tanks at his natural. So he'll be able to handle any Ultralists that come. In the meantime, he's taken down the natural, the Zerg's natural.
I think Zerg is just thinking, you know, this guy, he's out of minerals. He doesn't have too many units at home. If I can just break out, I'll be good. I can expand and maybe counter. So I think he's just massing up lings.
The question is, how do you break out, though? His, you know, it's looking real grim. His main extractor is depleted now. He's getting 2 gas. He
can just make lings, I think. That's how I was interpreting that hatchery he's making. And he's just moving out. So he's not going to wait.
This is his last stand.
I think he could have massed up more lings, to be honest.
Oh my god, that is 4 defensive matrix.
Yeah. Like, he's got a lot of hatcheries here. If he's got, I think he does, adrenaline. You could make mass lings and break out. Now, what you do afterwards, I'm not sure. You could try to expand, but...
Yeah. But as soon as TousaN reinforces with Marine Medic,
that's the thing, right? He's got to attack, and I think he's conscious of that. That's why you're seeing him go out.
Yeah, and even then, 3 hatchery is, I don't think it's enough units.
This is a good timing attack before reinforcements arrive.
He has to go out now, though.
Oh, nope. Too late.
And TousaN's just going to press forward.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. There's a little choke there. It's going to make it hard for Zerg to come out.
TousaN's taking the fight to him. He brings his vessels out.
These lings are just going to get slaughtered by that irradiated Ultra.
Yeah. These tanks aren't even sieging. They just make
so much blood. So much blood. Wow. Okay, so Terran comes back, ties it 2-2. Jerry? Do you need a break, Jerry?
We're in ad mode right now.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Just joke around with him.
Okay.
He does as he please. Jerry, why is your record so bad? Who gave you those losses?
That's mean, man. Come on.
Oh, you got an
like,
eco rec.
it could be a shitty team. You could have been teaming with you. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding.
You got a good even rec. Round 7, tiebreaker.
Oh, this
No,
was
round
a best of
5.
seven,
What am I
or-
saying? This is a best
yeah,
of 5.
best of 5. Best of 5.
The next one, I think, is a best of 7.
This is Polypoid, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so the early pool hasn't been working out for our Zerg here. You know, he's had to deal with gas steals, the Manor Eve, delaying the natural hatchery, and he kind of didn't really, you know, have a good transition out of that. So I wonder if he's gonna try to go for an early hatch, a hatch first this game instead. I mean, it looks like he's doing that, or at least he's getting an Overlord before a pool. So maybe we'll see like a 12 hatch from him this build or this game.
You know, when you're playing a best of 5 or 7, I like to see you pull out a different card from underneath your sleeve.
Right.
And switch it up maybe. Now, when it's a tiebreaker, maybe not. So earlier on, maybe somebody could have proxied or did something differently. Doesn't always work. Is it better to just play standard every single game in a best of 5? Maybe. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like if you feel like your fundamentals are just that much further ahead, than your opponent, then playing standard is a great, you know, strategy, right?
It's less risky, you know.
You just practice. You only have to practice one build, and you know, just have faith that your fundamentals will carry you to victory. You kind of let your opponent come up with the answers for your strategy.
Now, if you're Terran and you proxied and they pooled first, it's not going to pay off, but I don't think you're behind, right? You could just sort of lift your barracks, go back to your base.
Yeah, I think it depends on the level of proxy, right? I think, you know, we were talking about the ASCL yesterday. I want to say game 1 of like Scan versus Yoon was on match point, and Scan went for a BBS. BBS stands for 2 barracks before supply depot, and that was early in the game, and it was against an early pool, and he lost that. It was just against a 9 pool, so
Risky. So there might be some less riskier builds or strats that you can do. Watching them play, I mean, in a best of 5, I think it'd be unusual to see the same build and strat each game.
yeah.
And it's exhausting too, because you're looking at a 20-minute or more game.
Right. So it looks pretty standard this game. It looks like we're going to have a 2-hatch build from ArtOfTurtle, 2-hatch meta build. And we have a fast expansion from TousaN. Everything looking very standard so far. Going for an early academy with 2 barracks. His natural is up and running now. And on Turtle side, he's getting ready for that immediate spire. And he'll get his 3rd gas at the 11 o'clock position real soon. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to see some of that Mutamicro that you guys were talking about on Eclipse. Interesting. Some chat in Twitch saying, debating if whether or not Polypoid is balanced. Wow, TVZ has a 65% win ratio on Polypoid. That is definitely very not balanced, if you ask me, according to Liquipedia. I'm assuming Liquipedia tallies pro games and sees the overall matchup win ratio amongst all the pro games. Okay, so Mutalisks are on their way. TousaN is very prepared for this. He's already got 2 turrets up at his natural. He's got, Marine Meta, 3 barracks. And he's got 3 turrets coming up at his main. So he's gonna be, he'll do just fine against this Mutalisk harass early on.
Does Zerg need a few more drones at his natural, or he's good?
I don't know. I think this is pretty par for a 2-hatch Zerg build. I guess he is transitioning into Lurker tech, so I think this is probably normal. I don't play Zerg, so I'm not 100% sure. So the initial group of Mutalisks pokes in, but he sees that Terran is very well prepared. He's adding a 5th turret at his natural. Yeah, there's not going to be anything that these Mutalisks can do. So I'm glad to see that he's already transitioning off from Mutalisks into Lurkers. Or what I assume is Lurkers. Yeah, he's researching Lurker tech right now.
Yeah, I feel like this is an all-in from Zerg. Or not, he's making drones now. And Hydras. I guess he's just going to pressure with Lurkers and Mutas. Hope for the best.
Yeah. Although that's a little unusual because if the Terran decides to move out and you lose these Hydralisks, then I don't think you're going to be able to get Lurkers up in time to defend your 3rd gas.
I like to see him borrow his Lurkers to the left of the turrets. I think he could snipe them with vision from the Mutas. And that would give his Mutas a little easier access to the barracks and Marines.
Yeah.
Because I think they could reach it, right? The Lurkers?
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to try to just go in right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is a good idea, though. Because he has a bunker there. And he's going to lose a lot of units for that attack. Again, he needs to... ArtOfTurtle needs to, take a page from TousaN's book.
Assess the situation a little bit more. What's the best thing to do here? His expansion in the upper left is looking great.
Right, it is. I'd say so I think Zerg is doing the right things right now. He's secured his 3rd gas. He's going up to Hive Tech. And TousaN maybe was planning.
Oh god. Why? Why,
No.
Jerry? Collateral, man.
I was gonna comment a bit about the early game, where in a two-hatch replay at the pro level, what you see a lot is like early game speedling to pressure that turret building at the natural. And so I think that's what one thing we didn't see out of Turtle this game. And I think had he done that, I mean, one thing that I guess kind of separates, really high level play from maybe B level play. Are those things like that, applying that extra pressure early game, so that the turrets maybe not are not able to get up in time.
He's got a good idea here. He's got about 8 lurkers borrowed. About to be 10. That's going to buy him some time, because Terran's going to have to siege and slowly push out. And that's enough time for his Defiler mount to finish, maybe research Swarm, and be ready to take on Terran's army.
Yeah, I agree.
You just can't lose any of these lurkers.
I do feel like Terran has been kind of sluggish to move out. Okay, so he's got a giant army now that he's getting ready to move out. He's got to be careful not to lose this Science Vessel!
That was a nice snipe.
Vessel, yep.
He's got to be really careful with his Marines.
Okay, so he gets 2 lurkers, which is kind of cool. But losing that first vessel is so painful.
I think this is why he's a little paranoid and careful. His micro control might not be as good as his macro. But he's doing a good job here.
Yeah, he's making a lot of distance right now. But he's fighting up on the high ground. Wow, he is...
I felt like he should have borrowed there instead of lose those 3 lurkers.
Yeah, that is huge. So now he doesn't have very much defending his natural. He's got...
I'm not sure why he unborrowed in the first place. So consume is 75% done, and he doesn't really have anything to defend ArtOfTurtle.
And he just takes it. That's it. He doesn't have any. He didn't have anything. That timing was just too good.
He needed to buy more time with the lurkers. I mean, going back to his base where there was nothing to help him.
That was a really abrupt end to that game. Wow.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Jerry, what are you gonna do? Run an ad, that's what you're gonna do. I don't even have ad blocker, Jerry. I don't know why.
Maybe because you're like a mod or something. I don't know.
I'm like, maybe. Yeah, that might make sense. I'm just kind of curious what stupid ads are running. I created a channel and I copied and pasted a link to the spreadsheet there in our Discord. Hoping people check it out.
Oh yeah, on that channel it says I don't have permission to view the message history of Showmatch rankings, so I'm not sure if that worked. Just as an FYI.
Alright, what do we got? We got a best of 7. Shit. Jerry, I told you we should just begin with the free-for-all when we have the most energy, man. I get exhausted by the time the free-for-all comes, man.